Welcome to the AEW WWE Smackdown post show. It's your boy AB from DET.
Chuck Jordan.
We in the building. Smackdown is in the books. Wasn't a bad show. Was not a bad show. Not at all. You know, I was expecting to come out here tonight after a slew of layoffs that we will get to eventually. Or do you want to start with the layoffs? How do you feel here?
Let's talk with the playoffs.
Let's start with the layoffs. I need to get the goddamn entire list up. You know, WWE has been good for doing this the last couple of years. They don't spread them out. They hit everybody one weekend. Just get them all the hell out the way.
And some of them be on TV last week.
Yes, some of them
definitely now they're out the door.
Definitely do.
Some of them was just on TV Wednesday.
Yes.
What was it, Tuesday? Tuesday.
Well, here we go. The list of WWE layoffs go as such. Dakota Kai, Cora Jade, Gigi, Braun Strowman, Caden Carter, Katana Chance, Shayna Baszler, Eddie Thorpe, Riley Osborne, and one I did not see coming, Jakara Jackson from the Meta Girls. Chuck Jordan, when you hear all these layoffs, your thoughts immediately are
Cora Jade, Jakara Jackson, come back.
That's wild. Wild with them two.
Cora was literally just in a feud with Roxanne and Jakara. We just saw when I could have said, I think I said something. I was like, why are they breaking up a metaphor? But this is why.
Man, crazy. Before I give my thoughts on a couple comments in the chat, Zimmer Brown says, what's your background? Taekwondo and real nigga. CJ Palmer says, glad you're back. Glad I am back too. I don't even know what the last one is, but shout out Jessica Somerville. Walter Lee over on TikTok says Dakota Kai was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, a lot of these were crazy. A lot. Braun Strowman, to me, stands out the most. Jakara Jackson was a hopeful. Cora Jade, I was just like, weren't we just talking about her, dog?
Yeah, that's what I said. She was literally just in the feud with Roxanne.
I know. Ron T has a habit. He is the predictor of releases. When he is arguing with us about liking somebody, they get fired instantly. Just the other day, we was on our podcast and he was saying, my tag team champions are, who did he pick? Carter and Chance. Who got fired today?
Carter and Chance.
Oh my God, man. Ridiculous, man. But it's gonna be one man's trash is another man's treasure.
I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of shocked with Carter too, because we see her and Damien a lot backstage, and normally they keep couples together.
Couples ain't safe. Couples are not safe, man. That's wild, man. But Tony, if anybody I could see headed to AEW, definitely Braun Strowman. I could see Braun Strowman going to AEW. Shayna Baszler, she'll make her tour around the independent circuit and she'll kill it. She does great in Bloodsport over there with Josh Barnett. But Cora Jade, I definitely could see her being a star in AEW. Gigi, I could see her going back to Ring of Honor. I think she was there in a stint before, but crazy. And I don't think this is the ending. It always happens. The next day we'd be like, oh, and them too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think this is not the first. This won't be the last.
Right.
I think a lot of them we thought were ready for the main roster, but I guess they were ready for their release papers.
Right. Chief TV says SmackDown was a 2-pack of ass tonight. Well, let's get into that 2-pack of ass. I mean, pause. Wait, no Diddy. Pause. I didn't mean it like that.
No, you want to get in that 2-pack of ass. Go ahead.
I was referring to what he was saying, but SmackDown starts off with LA Knight and Damian Priest in the ring. Now, I give Damian Priest a lot of crap. This promo was solid. This back and forth felt genuine. I really gained some respect for Damian Priest, which goes to show it takes two to tango, because LA Knight made him look like $1 million on the mic. He didn't overstep him. He gave him his moments to say. But anyway, the back and forth went back and forth. They end up making a match, and it was LA Knight and Damian Priest right there on the spot. Pretty decent match, but out comes Solo Cole with the interference. Damian Priest gets the DQ win. That's once again back to back. LA Knight got a loss because of Damian Priest. But anyway, Damian Priest gets the win afterwards. The United States champion Jacob Fak 2 comes. Rex shot. Bloodline stands tall. Decent way to start the show. I'm liking this United States title picture. Ever since Jacob has gotten the title, things are rolling, storylines are developing, people are getting involved who usually aren't. But hey, great opening. Damian Priest, LA Knight, your thoughts?
You know, we used to joke that Solo was the one who would get invited to a barbecue, and he always had for a +1, and that was Jacob. Right?
Right.
Same scenario, but only now Solo, that motherfucker, picking all these fights.
Mm-hmm.
All of them.
Every single one of them.
But just like we saw today, you still got to deal with Big Cuz.
Yep.
And Big Cuz is him. Big Cuz is Timothy.
And we ain't talking about Carmelo Hayes.
We're not talking about Melo. We talking about the one and only Fa2. Because he came in and was like, oh, let me handle this.
Right.
Like Big Cuz usually always have to.
Shout out Shay Reacts. What up, though? How you feeling tonight, Shay? But yeah, that was a hell of an opening. Miinx would be proud of
I did
me.
like the back and forth banter.
Yeah.
I even like how he passed him up when he was coming in. Like when they was arguing with outside, he was just
right.
Joker's talking about.
Right. I enjoyed that, man. Damian Priest looks solid. But next up, Fraxium defeats Pretty Deadly. Yes, boy. They take the L to the newly acquired tag team on SmackDown. Fraxium look good, solid match. Fraxium, they need the win. You got to establish some type of relevancy here in the tag team division. But I thought this was solid, man. And I'm not ever going to go wrong with Pretty Deadly. Those are my guys. They're going to be my guys. So I'm all for them. Your thoughts?
I really like how both teams are teams.
Right.
You can tell that they actually have it was like a lot of it sounds so bad. Pause. A lot of 2-on-1 moves being done.
Right.
Like they were double teaming and jumping people in a lot of good spots. I even like the fact that Pretty Deadly. Wow, this is gonna sound bad again. They use their size. Pause.
Yes, they did.
Because Faxium aren't they're little guys.
Right.
So and I sad to say, Pretty Deadly is. I'm just going to walk away from this whole conversation.
Thank you. And let's move on to the next one. I don't know where you were headed there, but Aleister Black gets the win over The Miz. Before it, him and Carmelo Hayes was in the back. I'm liking their chemistry. I'm telling you, I could see this a mile away. The Miz is doing so much to help Carmelo. This isn't like usual buddy groups that The Miz have had. Usually it's The Miz telling the guy, I'm the star, followed by Lee. But The Miz is doing like a lot of helping, making Carmelo Hayes feel important, just really babying him like you're the guy. So this is leading me to believe that this is going to build up Carmelo to turn on The Miz, make Miz babyface again. But that is going to work out perfectly because it's doing well. But as we all expected, Aleister Black.
What do you say? Me, you, and Dre?
Huh?
What do you say? Me, you, and Dre?
Right.
And Miz looked just as confused as you, like, what?
Right.
And he held up the little Andre, the little chain was like, Dre. I'm like,
great chemistry between the two of them, man. But Aleister Black gets the win. Incredible match. This man don't lose a step. The Miz ain't the best pro wrestler, but when you're in there with somebody who is, they elevate your game. So I enjoy just the physicality and the athleticism of the match. So shout out to Aleister Black getting the dub. How'd you feel about it?
Miz isn't the best wrestler, but he's really good at selling moves like Dolph Ziggler.
Right.
My bad. Nick Namath now. Nick Namath.
Put some respect on it.
I did. I changed it. Like Nick Namath. So it's it was a good person to be in the ring with because Miz will make you look good. So I thought it was a great match.
Solid. Another great match. I wasn't the biggest fan of Zelina Vega getting the title, but now that she is champion, I'm going to give her a clean slate. We'll see where we go with this. But tonight, she gets an opponent of Piper Niven of the Secret Harvest. Before, they had a segment in the back where they were wearing all black. Chelsea Green was wearing all black like she was JFK's wife and he was just assassinated. She's lost her United States title. This woman is a national treasure and should be celebrated. Damn, Chelsea Green is good, man. I cannot just state it enough every single week, but she's incredible. She put on that show, and then Piper Niven got the title match, and of course, Zelina Vega defeats her, getting the 1, 2, 3 roll up. Still champion, still keeping that feud between her and Chelsea Green looking great. So I love this segment, and I'm gonna put tonight as a win in the column, not just in the match, but Zelina's title run. I enjoyed this. She looked better than usual. So we'll see where this goes. Your thoughts on this tonight, though?
I was always told if you ain't got nothing positive to say, don't say it at all. But I got something positive. I really like Zelina Vega's shoes tonight.
Her shoes was fire.
And I like the fact that Chelsea has been playing this whole widow role after losing her title.
Amazing.
Like she's wearing all black. She's sad, defeated. Chelsea made that title something that I'm really liking it. They even said somebody said on social media that Zelina took the title to her father's memorial. So for me,
yeah, I saw that. I felt like shit for crapping on her last week. Thanks, Zelina. I'm sorry. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Zelina, I think she needs opponents around her size, or she needs to really. She need a move. She need a better move set.
Right.
I don't even know what her finisher is.
Man.
But I think if she had a move set or a better finishers for taller people, I think it would sell more.
Definitely. Shay Reacts is in the comments saying, man, anyone going to talk about the Andre the Giant charm? We just did. It's ridiculous. Shout out Angel in the chat with the black hearts. Slavo says, who? Martha Stewart, talking about Chelsea Green. And where are we at with this? Then he says, Martha Stewart is a clever white woman. And Shay React says, I'm not going to lie. I was scared for Zelina tonight, but the match was great. Yeah, it was solid. And then we get Matthew T. Holder Jr. saying, what do y'all think about the WWE releases tonight? If you want to hear it more in depth, you can rewind it to the beginning of the show. We just talked about it. But I will say, one man's trash is another man's treasure. So I'm not mad at none of these people getting cut. Better things are waiting on a few of them. The rest of them might want to go, I don't know, figure out another way of living. But some of them will be stars soon to be on the Indies or AEW, man. So not worried.
I think Jakara and Cora are gonna make it somewhere.
I'm not too sure about Jakara. I think her getting cut says a lot that we don't know. You know what I mean? She was up there, something. Maybe she can't talk. You know, I don't know. We'll see.
No, I mean, like, I think she'll do well on the indie scene.
I don't know. I think she will. I don't know.
I think it's just about to get rid of that stupid popsicle.
Cora Jade, I believe in. Cora Jade's definitely, but we'll see. We'll see where. I'm not gonna say she's horrible, but we'll see. Next up, two guys who are not horrible. Actually, this was an incredible match. Rey Fénix, Santos Escobar, absolutely incredible. Fénix defeats Escobar, gets the win, and I like during the match, Escobar was trying to like lure in the animal and tell him, "Come join me, follow me, kid." I like that play between the two of them. How'd you feel about this match?
Not gonna lie, I missed this one.
You missed this one. This was a high-flying piece of excellency, man. It seems like I rarely ever say this, but the wrestling, the athleticism, it was solid during this show. And this was one of them matches. I just was like, damn, I can't fast forward. This is a good goddamn match. The Miz, Aleister Black, that was an entertaining wrestling match. I'm like, I usually don't say this about that. But yeah, the match was solid. Afterwards, Andrade is in the back with Los Garza. Seemingly, he has lured them in. They were laughing at Escobar. So I could see that crumbling. Maybe Rey Fénix joins Escobar as Los Garza leaves. I don't know, but it's some Mexican tension going on in the locker room, and I'm liking it.
Or all the Mexicans don't have to be in groups.
But yeah, this is what it felt like. Storylines. It wasn't just LWO. It was like, okay, they giving them all a platform here. Once again, all balled up in one segment. But hey, maybe we'll get a little Pico de Gallo sprinkled throughout the whole show one day, not just in one segment. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But after Ray Phoenix and Escobar tear down the house, next up, we got Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton versus Naomi and Nia Jax. Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton, they get the win. I love seeing Jax and Naomi together. I pray that they make a bloodline female edition and just let them run shop. But this was a dope match, and Cargill and Stratton, that's a collision course for that title. The two of them just muscular, standing face to face at some points, upset at each other. That's going to be a great poster for that title match. So I'm looking forward to that down the line too. And Naomi just keep killing it, man. Her character gimmick is just outstanding, man. Your thoughts on this one?
All right, so I was gonna say, I got in a little bit of trouble. I had to turn off my phone right before the Escobar and Ray Phoenix match. But I came right back right after Randy Orton, right near the end of Randy's promo. So I got to watch this match. And this match, man, when I tell you, Storm and Buff Barbie could have been a tag team.
They could have, 1,000%.
But I really like how they look when they stood at the whole match was good, but I like how they stood at the end when they both was holding the title looking at each other like, this is what we want. And Naomi new theme, her new look. I like the new rock and roll feel.
Flawless.
I like her new look.
Flawless.
I was kind of mad that they had her have that great entrance only to just get jumped at first in the match. Yep. Like I thought she should have started off a little stronger, but whatever. She still is top tier for me. But the one thing I wish that they would stop doing, even though I understand it is incredible to see, like visually, but the whole look at this extremely buff woman who works out daily, pick up somebody who's heavy. Of course she can do it. They work out daily. You think a woman who bench presses 400 pounds can't pick up a 300 pounder?
Right.
Like, right. I understand the visual, it looks fantastic. But we can tell, looking at Jade Cargill, that she puts a lot of work into her body to look that buff, and those aren't just pretty muscles. Those are working muscles. She should be able to lift somebody of Nia's size. Definitely. I don't know. I just was like, yeah, of course she can do it. Look how buff she is. But visually, it does look amazing to see. But we've seen a bunch of women pick up bigger people because they can. They're all strong.
Right. Great main event. Solid SmackDown. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving it about a 8.9. It was not a bad show to me. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. And one thing I say, I like pro wrestling. I like the athleticism, good match, and they brought that, man, with a few of them. But before we get out of here, we did miss Randy Orton. How'd you feel about your boy's promo? And then
I caught the tail end of it.
Yeah,
so I got to go back and watch it. I just heard him talking a lot of crap, but Randy's. I did like the scene where I don't know if it was before or after, but I saw a highlight on right when I walked in, came on my phone. It was R-Truth and Randy, and he was just like, R-Truth was like he's going to turn on Randy, and I hope they're not going to do that for Backlash and have R-Truth be the reason John wins.
How R-Truth doesn't make these cuts ever should show just how hard work does pay off, man. That man, keep him a job, man. And he will forever be in the hearts of WWE fans.
He's a national treasure. I keep telling y'all, he's a national treasure.
1 to 10, what you giving it tonight?
I probably missed the best match of the night, so because of that, I gave it a 5.
5.
But I'm gonna go back and watch it. I'll probably jump up to like a 6 or a 7.
Man,
because I missed the match.
It ain't just you.
Match, but I'm
the
going
lovely
5.
Angel is in the chat. She's giving it a 5 as well. And Shay Riat's kind of up there with me with an 8. I thought it was decent. I'm trying to go into these WWE shows with an open mind, as if they're the only platform that exists, and I really want to be objective. I don't want to be a hater. I've been listening to a lot of people online, and it just bothers me, the lines that they draw in the sands when it comes to certain promotions. I'm trying to erase it. So open mind tonight. If I'm just judging it off a WWE show, I think it was solid. They did their job. They provided sports and they entertained, especially Chelsea.
They got rid of the big SOB, man.
And Angel is saying 5 because I fell asleep during 85% of it. Wow. That part.
That part.
But we about to jump on TikTok live.
Yep.
We like talking to the fans. To hell with just talking to each other. We about to join y'all on TikTok.
Yeah,
jump over there. Let's talk some pro wrestling. And look out for a lot of things, man. We are signed to the Superior Championship Wrestling. We are official commentators and podcasts with the Great Federation. May 17th, we got a show coming up. You're going to be seeing some vignettes popping up online with me, Chuck, and everybody else on the Holy Shhh with Superior Championship Wrestling. So look forward to that. And this Sunday, we got a dope special guest interview with Doug, the Wizard, the one and only. Check it out, 8 p.m. Eastern. But jump over there to TikTok. Me and Chuck be over there. Let's talk about some more over there. Till then, though, it's your boy ABE from DET.
I act like I froze, but I didn't. Chuck Jordan, let's go.
There you go. Chuck Jordan. You guys been tuned in to the WWE Smackdown post show with the Holy Shhh Podcast. Peace.